colonies built such an impressive ship for battle, instead of using it for exploration.
The commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir.
Niedobrze.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Kim jesteś? Gdzie ja jestem?
I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now. Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. Looks like you spent several years dabbling in industry and finance. It's a far cry from where you are now. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDef. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do?
Nadal nie wiem.
UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we'd have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
Nie. To są przemytnicy, nie?
Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDef, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
Wolę trafić do więzienia.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Oj. Zwinęli mnie. A co tu się w ogóle w tych misjach? Dodaj artefakt do kolekcji. No nie jest tak łatwo. Małe perturbacje po drodze. Sara też.
Infiltrating a bunch of pirates. Got a lot of guts.
Dobry.
Yes. What?
To jest jakiś system obrońców świata, ale ja bym z nimi nie współpracował. Na razie mnie przymuszają. Dziwna jest ten cel misji jest taki... Okej.
Pardon?
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Słucham?
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Finesse. O! Okej.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Seria Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Aurora?
You'd better hope so. Seria won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
No to jest mocna operacja teraz.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Kurde, ale nas wrzucili.
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Okej.
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. As you were.
As you wish. O, chyba to jest ta, nie? To jest Toft.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Nie. Pod warunkiem, że przyjmą mnie do karmazynowej. To jest też ciekawe.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Szczerze mówiąc, ja tego nie zrobię, nie? Ale zobaczymy. O, zabezpieczenia.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
No.
That's all we're asking. Oh, Before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
No to jest niezłe. Bo można się dostać do karmazynowych. No, ale to jest taka dodatkowa, nie?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
Ale można.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Excuse me.
Dobra. Ale można tak zrobić. Czyli tak, bo to są misje dodatkowe, nie? Tak, twarde dowody, szukaj dowodów i głęboka konspiracja to jest dla karmazynowej. Udaj się do Cydonii. Natomiast główne możemy sobie tutaj oddać. Troszkę jeszcze te główne zrobimy, natomiast ten Mantis mnie interesuje. Mantis na bank będzie robiony. Na bank będzie robiony i te moce, nie? Więc tutaj spokojnie. To spokojnie, tu są frakcyjne i drobne. Tu też są frakcyjne. No do tych karmazynowych też w porządeczku. I teraz chyba już mogę. Tak. Ustal kurs? Nie, jeszcze nie mogę szybkiej. Ale spoko, spoko. Czyli tutaj nam dali taką opcję konspiry. No możemy po jednej stronie się opowiedzieć, nie? Bo tutaj albo wóz, albo przewóz. O, to mi wreszcie otworzyli. Na pokład. No i chyba możemy spokojnie wracać. Jest ekipa. No to fajne. Fajne, troszkę nam tutaj horyzontów rozszerzyli, ale nie musimy tego też robić, nie? A, bo jesteśmy zadokowani. Nie musimy tego też wykonywać, ani w tą stronę, ani w tą. Więc to nie jest fabularka. Ale myślę, że warto tam zajrzeć. I dobra, czy teraz można działać? Tak. To wracamy do loży. No, dzień dobry państwu. Artefakty. O, jest poziom.
Vlad, come in. Come in.
Co się dzieje z Władimirem?
The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
Usterka sprzętu.
Well, Starborn came out of nowhere.
Vladimir, get out of there!
He already left. Said he was going to the lodge. Barrett, he's still breathing, but oh God, all that blood.
Hello, Constellation. Are you there?
Who are you? What did you do to our friends?
They call me the Hunter. And now that I'm here, your part in glimpsing the Unity is over.
Jedności?
I'm already on my way. Say goodbye to your friends. It won't be long.
Forget about us. That Starborn bastard is after the artifacts. You can't let him take them. Pack up the collection, move it somewhere they can't find it.
Vladimir's right. We need to fortify our position before that Starborn storms in. We move out once the artifacts are ready for transport.
What about everyone on the eye? We can't leave them to die up there.
What? Być może jest już za późno.
I understand if you want to go, but I need you here. Please, I don't know what's going to happen once that Starborn shows up.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. I'll get started. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking!
What?
Everyone, find a place to take cover.
Where?
Obroń loży albo udaj się tam.
To barge through the front door.
Just
Co?
don't stand out in the open, Walter.
Could you all keep it down? I'm trying to work here.
I co my mamy teraz zrobić? Ale jazda. Czyli tak. Wysoka cena, obroń loży albo udaj się. Astran, znany jako łowca, zaatakował oko i udaje się w kierunku loży. Ciekawe, muszę się zastanowić. Kurde. Jak tu mamy artefakty, to może zostaniemy, co? Ej,
Walter, are you alright?
co jest grane? Kurde, już tu by był? Powstrzymaj łowcę. Dobra.
Just a bit longer!
Odsuń się. Walter, ty jesteś nienormalny? Co? Dwóch łowców? Ej, no weźcie Walter stąd.
Focus. Focus.
Cover Noel. We're out as soon as she's ready.
Dobra. I on ma 30 level. My nie mamy szans z nim.
There's an old escape tunnel to the well.
Ucieknij z loży. Dobra. Nie ma co. My nawet nie mamy skafandra. Patrzcie, co tu się wyprawia. Dobra, tym wejściem. Nie, z nim nie mamy szans. Na razie. Macie wszystko? O, ja cię kręcę. Do studni? Ja nie mogę chyba. Dobra, mogę. Nie, na 30 to w ogóle nie ma o czym gadać, nie? Dobra, spoko, jesteśmy.
He's still coming. Get to the ship!
What? Tylko co tam na przykład się stanie z Baretem i resztą? Chyba jest po nich. Wybraliśmy. Tylko szkoda. Ale z drugiej strony, gdybyśmy tutaj artefaktów nie wzięli, no to nie wiem. Jak artefakty by przepadły, może musielibyśmy jakoś odzyskać je. Znaczy to nie jest powiedziane, że tu nie przepadną, ale... A jesteśmy w studni. What? What? Co tu się dzieje? Ale miazga. Nie kupimy sobie apteczek teraz, nie? Chciałbym sobie kupić apteczki, ale... już za późno. Nie w takim chaosie. Patrzcie, już tu wszystko zaraz padnie. Co? Co tu się wyprawia? Dobra, wezmę sobie tego. Ej, ewakuacja, jest łowca znowu. Dobra, użyjemy mocy. Ale dymy. Wasko leci. No to jest ten moment. To jest już taki... jakiś przełomowy. Na to wygląda. Dalej, leć, leć. Dobra. My będziemy prowadzić. Ale jazda. Dobra, tu się dzieje, tu się dzieje. Dawaj do kokpitu od razu.
We need to continue. Help the others. That
Na oko.
is right behind us. We have to risk it. We could be dying there.
Huh. No nie wiem, czy dobrze wybraliśmy, nie? Bo tam mogli zginąć. Znaczy, no, pewnie ktoś by zginął, albo tu, albo tu. To jest już wybór, nie? Ale mocne, fajne. I oni są na razie nie do zdarcia. Aha. Czyli chyba nie. Jedność. Jedność to będą wszystkie artefakty pewnie, nie? Dobra. Gdzie my teraz jesteśmy? Musimy się udać na oko. Ja cię kręcę. Ja cię kręcę. Ciekawe, kto tam przeżył. Oby ktokolwiek. No nie chciałbym, żeby Barret zginął. Ale jest niestety duża szansa. To jest w miarę kluczowa postać, nie? Prawie się rozbiłem, ale spoko. Adrenalinka jest. No i to są już takie momenty, powiem wam, że nie spodziewałem się, że tutaj zaskoczą. Bo wiecie, to jest taka spokojna na razie gra, ale... O nie. O nie. O!
Barret. Barret. It's Sarah.
Niestety.
Barret. We're going to keep going. We'll finish this adventure you started. It's okay. Be at peace. He's gone.
Ale to wszyscy zginą.
We can't change anything now. Come on.
Sarah Morgan. No, wybraliśmy, nie? Wybraliśmy, ale na pewno tutaj wszyscy... O, ten żyje.
Oh, thank the stars beyond. I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the last guy to get outdrawn.
Wydaje mi się, że to był wybór między Sarą a Barrettem, nie? Kurczę.
I got a good look at him before he knocked me senseless. I know that stance, that arrogance. The hunter works alone. Back at you. I don't think I'm gonna be moving around too much for a bit. But I'll be alright.
No cóż. Ale ten przeżył, o dziwo. Ale to było takie mocniejsze, żebyśmy... No niestety kogoś tutaj stracili. Jak nikt by nie zginął, no to słaby wybór, nie? Tylko wszyscy przeżyli poza tym Barrettem. Ajajaj.
He came out of nowhere. Thank you. I don't think I can move right away. But I'll make it. Go on.
A co z Władimirem? Żyje? Żyje.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting.
No to Myślę, że tam by zginęła Sara, nie? Taka głównodowodząca mogłaby zginąć. No cóż. Nic nie zrobimy. 1 za 1.
No tears for the old. Got the others to worry about.
Wróć do Noel. Czyli tu może być nasza baza teraz.
Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness. Where's Barrett?
He's gone.
Szkoda. Szkoda, ale musiało tak się stać. Albo Sara, albo Barrett.
We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Got the right of it.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
Oj, 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 oj. Placówkę na moim statku.
Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
Możesz teraz zbudować strefę armilarną na statku lub w placówce, aby umieścić ją na statku, skorzystać z nowo dostępnego ekranu armilarnego, który znajduje się w kokpicie jednostki. Aby zbudować strefę armilarną w jednej ze swoich placówek, udaj się do placówki, uruchom tryb budowania. Fabularne, ok. Na statku, no myślę, że na statku. Tylko ja tego Mantisa jeszcze chciałem ogarnąć, to będzie można później chyba zmienić, nie? Znajduje się w kokpicie jednostki, dobra. No to idziemy. Idziemy na statek. Kurczę. Kokpit. Dobra, pokład. No szkoda Barretta, ale nic nie zrobimy. Dobra, wejdźmy na pokład Frontiera. I teraz tutaj gdzieś możemy to zrobić, taką strefę. Tak. Tutaj mamy. Możesz teraz przenosić strefę. Ryzyko ataków Astran jest większe w miejscach, w których znajduje się strefa. Jeśli postanowisz przechowywać artefakty w ekwipunku, ataki będą następowały wszędzie z równym prawdopodobieństwem. Dodaj artefakty. Okej, czyli tu będę składował sobie artefakty teraz. No mogę robić w placówkach albo na statku. Wow. Wow. A, wracamy do loży. Okej. Wracamy do loży teraz. Oj, 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 obcy nas dopadli. No myślę, że trzeba będzie się też za tym stateczkiem rozejrzeć. Troszkę zadanek dodatkowych, ale jeszcze chwila, nie? Jeszcze chwila. Mapa gwiezdna. Tutaj? Możemy? Możemy. Wracamy do loży. Ja cię kręcę, patrzcie to. Tu są same już ostrzeżenia teraz. Co za świat? Co za świat teraz mamy? No, powiem wam, że tutaj fajnie zaskoczyli. Jest taki przełomowy moment. Przełomowy moment, fajnie. Szkoda Barretta, nie? O, rzeczy, które zostawia po sobie Barrett, znajdziesz w piwnicy loży. Dramat. Odzyskaj dobytek towarzysza. piwnicy, czyli tutaj. No zobaczmy. Wysoka cena, dobytek towarzysza. Tutaj mamy. Nabój bezłuskowy, strój bareta. Co tam dostaliśmy? Bezłuskowy, tu jest próbka aurory, strój bareta. Ajajaj. Ajajaj. No cóż no. Stało się. A tak chyba Sara, nie? No, z 99% myślę, że Sara to by była. Teraz mamy z Mateo chyba? Tak.
If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Ta.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Spoko.
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Okej, cool. Skalibrowany plecak. Dobra, mamy level.
And other odds and ends for damage.
Porozmawiaj z opiekunem. Mamy level? Nie, 13 na razie. Dobra, to myślę, że na razie wszystko w porządku. O, tu mamy punkcik. Punkty rank, bo to mamy... A, dostępna jest ranga 3. To sobie wrzucimy. Okej. Dobra, to idziemy pogadać z tym świętym jakimś. Oświeconym, ale ta jedność to będzie jak wszystkie artefakty znajdziemy, nie? Tak to wygląda. Ej, serio? On jest tak blisko? Nie, gdzieś tam. To widzimy się u opiekuna. To tutaj.
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Ah, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Ej, on ma taki sam czepek.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
To nie rozmowa na chodniku. Sanktum, ale takie coś jest blisko loży? Jedność. Jesteśmy jednością. Mateusz! Ty za dużo wiesz chyba.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Powiem tak. Zaatakowali nas obcy. Mam moce. Długo mówić.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Panie opiekunie.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Pielgrzym? Czyli Dark Soulsy będą. A może ci mają? No, w sumie?
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
No dobra, spokojnie. Porozmawiajcie sobie, ja mam wiele do roboty. Oj, wiele. Chodźmy, idziemy do studni, tak? Czyli tam, gdzie kupuję medykamenty i sprzedaję rzeczy. To jest mój taki na razie punkcik najlepszy. Natomiast jeszcze coś tu mamy z więźniarką i członkiem domu oświecenia. Dobra, tu się można dostać. Członkiem domu oświecenia? Chyba tu będzie bliżej. Dobra, witamy w studni. Ale to z innej strony teraz wszedłem. Chyba. Tak, tak mi się wydaje. Dzień dobry. O. Witam serdecznie.
It's about the financial or food assistance programs we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Jedność.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. but there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Druga osoba.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Okay.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Jedynka, dwójka, jakieś dwie osoby, tak? I tu jest jeszcze więźniarka. Aha, ona już nie jest w studni. To ja się tu jeszcze rozejrzę, ogarnę kilka rzeczy i pójdziemy dalej. Dzień dobry. To w tym biurze. A ładnie tu macie, ładnie. Schowek na skradzione przedmioty. O, dzień dobry. Można rozmawiać z panią? Chyba tak.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Wielki wąż?
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the great serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Nie ma jednej odpowiedzi jeszcze.
We are done. Leave me.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Mają takie różne teorie, ale nic nam to nie mówi. Tu wielki wąż, tu jakaś dwójeczka. No dziwnie się to wszystko kojarzy. Jakiś obcy. Wracamy do opiekuna. Trochę wiem, ale niewiele.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Smutek. Druga i dwójka, tak.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
Yeah.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum, tak nazywa się układ gwiezdny. Zadumka.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Ta jedność? Nie, nic takiego.
And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds a belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it?
No już wpływa.
So you're committed to keeping yourself from seeing unity as anything other than a rational objective, a goal you're bound to reach.
We're following standard scientific-based protocols. Constellation's been doing it for decades, and the results speak for themselves.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
When you have a few moments, there's
Dobra.
something I'd like to discuss.
Udaj się na Idium. Wiecie co? Chyba teraz mamy taki moment. Chwila wytchnienia. I możemy sobie chyba polecieć, wiecie co? Udaj się na Idium. I teraz pokaż na mapie, gdzie to jest. A, to jest druga planeta, nie? Czyli tu mamy Idium 1, tu jest Idium 2. I teraz by można, wiecie co, zrobić sobie te misje dodatkowe najlepiej. Tutaj jeszcze mamy frakcyjne, no może frakcyjne, ale na pewno Mantis, nie? Przeczytaj tabliczkę o tajnej placówce. Dobra. Czyli to bym sobie sprawdził w ekwipunku. Tu gdzieś mamy notatki. Tajna placówka. Tak, wiem, trzeba być lojalnym wobec załogi, ale walić to. Żebrz, pożyczaj, kradnij, zabijaj, by dostać się na Dembole i B. Tam znajduje się tajna placówka, którą staramy się rozkryć. To niepowtarzalna okazja. Jeśli nie ruszysz tyłka, będziesz tego żałować do końca życia. No. Czyli musimy się udać do tajnej placówki na Daneboli 1B albo IB. No, to tam się zobaczymy. Jeśli film Ci się podobał, zachęcam do subskrypcji i wsparcia kanału na patronite.pl. Wszystkie przydatne linki w opisie. Natomiast kolejny odcinek znajdziesz na środku ekranu. Kliknij w niego i oglądaj już teraz.